This is Justin.
Justin.
Yes.
Hey, it's Jason Walker. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. You ready to roll?
Yeah, baby, I got my coffee. I'm ready to roll.
Okay. So, you're from a town called Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. So,
Uh-huh.
where exactly is that?
It's 20 minutes south of Pittsburgh.
Okay. And describe it, if you will. What was the atmosphere like growing up there?
It's small town USA.
Okay. Did you go to a lot of shows growing up?
Not a lot,
Okay.
but I mean, I've always been enamored with singers and songwriters, and there was always music in the house growing up. Motown, and my mother has an insane record collection.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
there was never a shortage.
Were there certain pieces from her collection that you would pull out as a kid that you were particularly enthralled with?
Disco.
Okay, cool. Any particular artists in the disco world?
I like all the old soul singers. Donna Summer and Patti LaBelle, Chaka Khan. Those are the ones that I gravitated toward.
I think Donna Summer was the first singer I really took to. I think it must have been when my mom was pregnant with me. I think she listened to her a lot because I practically came out listening to her and singing her stuff
really?
as a kid. Yeah, from the time I was
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at your influences, and you have a versatile slate of influences. A few that you mentioned were Rochelle Farrell.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve Perry, Barbara Tucker, Christine W. Those were a few that really caught my attention. I think Rochelle Farrell's amazing. I've seen her live a few times. Nothing like her.
Oh, there's. I think that she's hands down the most amazing technical singer.
Yeah.
I think that there is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there are some opera singers that are just disgustingly insane, but that's a whole nother style, and that it's Rochelle Farrell's just.
Now, what about Steve Perry? Because he's someone that I maybe would have thought of, when I've listened to you sometimes as an influence. What was it about what was it about him that struck a chord with you?
It was, I don't know. I've always identified with male singers who have the higher voices, and I wish that Steve Perry would put a new record out. I mean,
yeah,
not that he needs to,
but it'd be nice.
Not that he needs to. I'd love to be able to go and see him somewhere. But yeah, I've just always identified with male singers who have higher voices, and they don't get much better than his.
Yeah, that's true. Now, when you mentioned the opera, was that a big part of your upbringing, with your mom's collection?
No.
Or okay?
No. But I do I definitely appreciate the art form.
And then I know that Christine W. is someone you've mentioned in each of your CDs, a special thanks to as being a particularly big influence. So, what drew you to her and her music?
Well, I mean, Christine W. changed my life. Her first album changed my life. I was really, really young, but somehow oh God.
This is the Land of the Living album?
Yes.
Okay.
The effect that it had on me was just insane.
Yeah. Was it the messages that she was putting out, or was it the music itself, like the production, or?
It was just her. It was all of it. It was her voice. It was her songs.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it just, you know how when you have when you think back and you think of like a really imprinting moment. That's what I think of.
Okay. Did you like
where I was and like I was on the verge of coming out, and there was like my entire life was like it's like someone took pieces of a puzzle and just threw them up in the air. And then along came Land of the Living.
Oh, wow.
And it just like it totally changed me. And you know, whenever I'd perform in the city in Pittsburgh, that's what I would sing.
Oh, yeah.
I would do those songs. Honestly, I played the CD so much that it stopped playing.
Oh, really? Wow. So
yeah.
It's an important piece of your life. Now, you described this new album, Leave It All Behind, as John Mayer and John B. meet Celine Dion and Patti LaBelle. Can you give some insight on maybe a few of the songs that are going to be on there?
Well, the title track is this whole record is extremely personal. I wrote a lot of the songs either by myself or with someone else. I worked with a lot of musicians on it. Like every track it's all done with live instrumentation. I mean, there's some programming on a couple of songs, but it's more live than anything. Live strings, live.
Oh, cool.
Everything. I worked with a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. His name's Romney Ramirez, and we've played a lot of shows around the city over the past year. And I don't know, the record as a whole is just it's really close to me. And the song "Leave It All Behind," I wrote about my life, but also about my sister and one of my best friends from home. It's like all of us were going through shit, and thinking about them and, you know, their experiences and what's happening. And like my best friend was going through a divorce, and she was leaving Colorado and moving back to Pittsburgh. And I just kind of sat down and it just came out. But it was with them in mind. And me too.
How important is being out in terms of your career and your music?
Honestly, I always hated being defined as a gay artist.
Okay.
It kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
And it bothers me because that's not what it's all about. I'm just a singer who's gay.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, more importantly, it's about the music. That's what it's about. It's about the music. It's about the fact that I love to sing and I love to tell stories. It's not. I feel like it's secondary.
Okay. I guess I was thinking in terms of like being a role model or something, like, because obviously there's always discussion about how when it comes to musicians, like it seems more acceptable for maybe an out female artist to have mainstream popularity, and young gay guys out there that, you know, or we often might look up to certain male artists. And
I think I know exactly what you mean. And I definitely, if I'm a role model for some gay kid living in Nebraska who has no idea what end is up right now, then I think that's amazing. I would never, ever deny the fact that I was gay.